Hello friends, in this video we will discuss about power factor. We will know what is power factor, what are the types of power factor and how to calculate the power factor. First of all, what is power factor? So it is an indicator which indicates about the efficiency of electrical power. In any electrical network or circuit, how much our power is efficient, which is calculated by power factor. This is just a theoretical expression. Now the mathematical expression is power factor is cosine of angle between voltage and current. Let's say this is a voltage V at angle 0 degree and this is current I, which is theta degree apart from voltage. So the angle difference of voltage and current is I. So the power factor will be equal to cosine of this angle difference, which is theta. Power factor is cos theta. Now the second expression is power factor is the ratio of active power to apparent power. The ratio of active power and apparent power denotes power factor. So this is first expression. This is second expression. Now we know that there are three types of loads. One is purely resistive load. Second is purely inductive load. And third one is purely capacitive load. So in case of purely resistive load, we know that voltage and current are in same phase. So the phase difference between voltage and current will be 0 degree. So in case of resistive load, power factor is cos theta, where theta is 0 degree. Cos 0 is 1. So in case of purely resistive circuit, there will be unity power factor. In case of purely inductive circuit, we know that if this is voltage, then the current will lag exactly 90 degree behind this voltage. In case of inductive circuit, the current lags 90 degree behind voltage. So the power factor will be cos of theta, where theta is equal to angle of current minus angle of voltage. Angle of current is minus 90 and angle of voltage is 0. Power factor will be cos of minus 90. It will be 0. Cos of 90 is 0. Due to this negative sign, it will be lagging kind of nature. So in case of purely inductive circuit, power factor will be 0 lagging. And in case of purely capacitive circuit, we know that if this is voltage V at an angle 0 degree, then the current will lead exactly 90 degree to the voltage, will be plus 90 degree. So the power factor will be cosine of 90 minus 0, cosine of plus 90. The power factor will be 0. But due to this positive sign, it will be leading. So in case of purely resistive circuit, there will be unity power factor. In case of purely inductive circuit, it will be 0 lagging. And in case of purely capacitive, it will be 0 leading. Now, there is another method of finding power factor, which is power triangle. This base represents active power. This hypotenuse represents apparent power or complex power. This is angle theta. So from Pythagoras theorem, we know that cos theta is equal to base upon hypotenuse. Base upon hypotenuse. Base is active power, hypotenuse apparent power. Power factor will be equal to ratio of active power to apparent power. So this is another expression of finding power factor. Now earlier we understood about R load, L load and C load. Now there may be some case of mixed load such as RL load. and it is connected by a voltage source V. Let's say impedance of this R is 4 ohm and this is 3 ohm. And this V is 20 at an angle 0 degree. And there is some current I flowing in this circuit. So in this question, we have to calculate power factor. Now to solve this question, we know that power factor is cosine of theta, whereas theta is angle between voltage and current. Now the angle of voltage is 0 degree, which is given in this question. But what about angle of current, which we have to calculate? So to calculate this current, first we want to calculate about impedance. Total impedance of this circuit will be Z, which will be equal to 4 plus J3. If you have basic understanding about these complex calculations, then you can know how this came. 4 is due to resistive element and 3 is due to inductive element. Further solving, this Z will be equal to under root of 4 square plus 3 square. This is magnitude. Angle is tan inverse 3 by 4. From here Z will be equal to 5 at an angle of tan inverse 3 by 4 is 36.86 degree. So we have Z, we have V, we have to calculate I. From Ohm's law, we know that I is equal to V by Z. Start. So current will be equal to voltage 20 at an angle 0 degree upon Z, which is 5 at an angle of 36.86 degree. It will be 4 at an angle of this angle will go upwards, then it will be minus 0 minus 36.86. It will be minus 36.86 degree. So power factor is cos of theta, where theta is angle difference between current and voltage. So angle of current is minus 36.86 and angle of voltage is 0 degree. So this angle difference would be minus 36.86 degree. In this case, power factor will be cos of minus 36.86 degree. Cos of 36.86 is 0.8. And due to this minus sign, it will be lagging. So in case of this question, the power factor will be 0.8 lagging. Now, the conclusion is if there is RL load, there will be some power factor but lagging. In case of RC load, there will be some power factor but leading. And what we learned earlier, in case of purely inductive load, power factor will be 0 and lagging. And in case of purely capacitive load, power factor will be 0 and leading. And in case of purely resistive load, R load, power factor will be unity. It will be 1. So these are some points. And in second case, power factor which we learn is ratio of active power to apparent power. Apparent power is also known as complex power. So if any question, if you have active power and apparent power, you can easily calculate power factor. So I hope this power factor concept is clear for you all. And if you have doubt in active power, reactive power and apparent power, then I have uploaded a video, a detailed video on this channel earlier. So you can refer to that video, how to calculate these powers and what are these powers. Thank you.